I think the biggest mistake would be not leaning on legal advice before committing yourself through contracts. A lot of people get carried away because, maybe they're in a very desperate position at the time.
Yeah.
And then there's an opportunity to just, be with a reputable person, a reputable company, but
and be signed. Like most people say, oh, I just want to be signed to a record.
Exactly. So I think that's the biggest mistake.
Yo, what's up, guys? Your main man here, Jay Danny. Welcome to the Creative Joint. So in today's episode, we have, a not very regular guest, I would say. He is a lawyer. I know you're actually asking me, which lawyer they do on the Creative Joint? Well, he's not just any lawyer. He's actually an entertainment and music lawyer. If you're very familiar with socials, and in the Nigerian creative space, you must have known the famous Africa's finest lawyer, Akinyemi Ayinoluwa, is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks
Welcome
for having
to the show,
me, brother.
Welcome to the show.
I appreciate. Thanks for making this happen.
Come on, man. We actually love what you're doing, and it's really a pleasure that you've been a creative all of your life. When we found you, we thought, okay, this is someone really that knows what he's about and is truly giving it all. So well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
We were giving you your roses off camera, but I think we should also do that on camera.
I'm thankful.
So well done. Big ups. So we're going to be talking generally about who you are, what you've been doing creatively, and now legally for creative. So do you want to take us back to, we understand you're a musician. You were a musician at some point. Ex-musician, okay? That's interesting. And then you got to, make this switch, becoming a lawyer that just, represents strictly entertainers, music specifically, right?
Yeah.
So how did this switch happen? Did you go to study? First of all, maybe the question should be, is entertainment law a particular area of law that you specialize in?
Yeah. My practice is like 95% just people working in the entertainment industry. So to a very large extent, for the past 12 years, I've been so hyper focused.
Yeah.
On the entertainment industry. Primarily, I think 5 years ago, I dropped every aspect of the other subsectors of entertainment, and I just took on music.
Music specifically.
So I represent, to a very large extent, people working in the music industry.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so you can refer to me as a music lawyer.
Music lawyer. We see all of now, every now and then, the Africa's finest music lawyer. And it's really fun. I was like, okay, that's my guy right there. Talk to us about how this switch happened. While you were, how did this all come about,
Yeah, so I grew up in a very conservative family.
Okay.
Yeah, my family is 100% Pentecostal.
Oh.
I grew up as a Deeper Life Bible Church devotee. I didn't watch TV
I can imagine.
for a large portion of
your life. Childhood, baby.
Childhood, you know. Up until like maybe age 10 was I exposed to, watching TV regularly. And that came about because I went to like a boarding school for a brief period. And in all my formative years, music has been church music. Has always been around me, the radio. Then I had an aunt that was very, very active in music, especially church music. She was a member of the choir. And because my experience with music was kind of limited to, church music, I saw that as something that was part of me. Yeah. I didn't watch TV. So music was just that other thing that I knew. Yeah. And every time I was in church, I was fascinated by that. After the service, I'll go to the piano. And then from maybe age 6, 7, I started, becoming a part of a choir.
Okay.
And my love for music was kind of like waxing strong. I remember the music of Panam Pasipor being very, very
instrumental
to, you know, helping me enjoy gospel music.
Okay.
And those are the things I can remember. Then my aunt that was in the choir now started recording us back home, where you get a tape and then you kind of like sing, and whatever we perform is going to be captured. All those things kind of like, you know, led to me appreciating the art form of recording music. And then I stumbled on Michael Jackson, who was a cultural hero that I fell in love with. And that led me to, when I went to the boarding school, I discovered the music of Tupac, B.I.G., R. Kelly. And then from ages 10, I wanted to be cool. I wanted to know how to dance. I wanted to, you know.
The Michael Jackson.
Exactly. So those things were kind of like leading me to move deeper into music. And then I formed like a boy band, maybe from ages like 14, 15, 16 in my neighborhood. Wanted to be like Backstreet Boys. Wanted to be like Boys to Men.
Yeah, I can get it. That era, growing up from that era, those were like the top models.
Exactly. So those were my, you know, introduction. Then fast forward to university, everything people knew about me outside of being a law student was me, you know, being that guy that performed here and there. So that kept me off a lot of trouble. You know, that was the era of...
You were getting away with a lot of things. Maybe you were somewhat famous in campus, I can imagine.
In my own little way.
If you're performing in campuses, definitely you got some level of fame.
Exactly.
There,
At least
around the school.
It kind of like gave me more meaning to my life. So I was actively investing my pocket money in studio sessions.
So you had songs of yours?
Yeah, I did.
Your recorded tracks? Okay, amazing.
And I wanted to be like Two-Face, like R. Kelly. Those were my role models. And it gave me something to just aspire to and keep chasing. And I'm thankful to God, you know, all of trying to study, network, you know, has led me to, you know,
what you're doing currently.
Exactly.
Amazing. And you know, we're talking of, you know, we said how this is not very popular in the entertainment space. Like most entertainers and creative, they truly don't understand that they need the services of a lawyer, you know, and until most of them get into a space that they're in trouble, it could be copyright issue, it could be contract issues. That's when they begin to realize, oh, more, it be like, I need lawyer, they'll say so. I can already see with all these experiences you gather, would you say this actually help you in your work right now as a talent manager, as, you know, an entertainment lawyer? Has this contributed to, you know, what you do?
Yeah, I believe it has. I think first things first, I kind of like understand the ecosystem of you know, all the different moving parts.
Definitely.
And it helps me to be able to properly advise the people that I represent. Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking of errors, you know, I keep mentioning off air, but of course we had a bit of discussion before we started the recording. You know, errors that most creatives make in the industry, specifically recording musicians and record producers. What do you think is the most outstanding mistakes, legal mistakes that is, that creatives make, you know, in the course of their career, maybe in contract signing, you know, maybe in just their engagement with fellow creatives in the industry?
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake would be not leaning on legal advice before committing yourself through contracts. A lot of people get carried away because, you know, maybe they're in a very desperate position at the time. And then there's an opportunity to just, you know, be with a reputable person, a reputable company, but, you know,
and be signed. Like most people, oh, I just want to be signed to a record.
Exactly. So I think that's the biggest mistake. Not having a lawyer who knows music to look over your contracts, to advise you. That, I believe, is a very, very big problem that is quite prevalent in Nigeria.
Okay. And definitely, we all know the end result of that. You know, it usually comes with a lot of problems in the end. You know, we hear every now and then how musicians are always in a space where they're having, you know, a drag with the record label and, you know, those kind
Thing
of
is,
contracts.
the honeymoon phase would always fade.
Fade off, of course. I like the way you're putting it.
That's what I call it. You know,
but
someone is toasting you.
Yeah.
As soon as you agree,
Yeah.
you guys have a great time together. You go on vacation.
Yeah.
And then you're back to work, or the reality of you being
life.
in the same space. You get to know each other better.
The feelings fade out gradually.
Exactly.
True. All right, we truly can relate with that, because here we've also had a fair share of, like, when it comes to contract issues and agreements. So I understand completely what you mean, you know. So have you ever missed performing on stage as a musician? Now you're practicing law, you know, in details. Do you all, maybe I'm just jumping the gun, do you ever have a time that you go, maybe have a casual performance?
Nah,
You don't.
I don't think I miss that part of me. Although
Okay.
I'm still in a lot of studio sessions.
Okay.
I still listen to a lot of projects. I'm still able to kind of like give an opinion on music. And I think I'm enjoying that, but
Okay.
I do not see myself
Going back on stage.
going back to try, because man,
It's been a while, I know.
it takes a lot of investment to be very good at being a songwriter,
Yeah.
singer, performer.
Yeah.
And now, how do I juggle that with, you know, being a lawyer, trying to look after people?
Yeah. Now, in your experience so far in the music space, which would you say you've seen the most copyright issues or contract agreement issues? Because this is something that we play with, like, side by side. People think it's the same thing, but most times they're not the same. Like, we play with copyright
so
issues.
there are many cases of copyright infringement.
Yeah.
But contract issues, I think, are more prevalent because the music business is a people business. We always run into each other. We always say, hey, you do this, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Publisher, songwriter, artist, label, artist, manager, and instrumentalist, producer,
Yeah.
band, promoter. Everybody is always exchanging promises, doing transactions. So it's more prevalent where, you know, there's always bumping of heads, clashing of ideas, disputes. Those issues, I believe, are more prevalent than infringement matters.
Yeah, though we still have them, of course.
Yeah, we still have them.
Every now and then you get to hear, oh, maybe two friends, they were writing a song together, and, you know, like in the case of Two-Face, Blackface, and the rest.
That was an interesting episode.
So those kind of episodes.
The series know they finish.
And our guy Blackface is going to be here on the show next week.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so
he has a lot to say.
He has a lot to say.
Shout out to the OG, man.
The OG. Well, I guess, look, with the engagement of people like yourself, you know, I truly believe with more enlightenment, people can actually do without this kind of issues. You can get to understand that, oh, look, before you move this cup, let's say, okay, how we go take move on, right? It's very clear and simple. All right, guys, so we're still here with the Africa's finest music lawyer in the building. Mr. Akinyemi is here, and he's been dropping it as it is, you know. So if you're just joining us, this is a show called The Creative Joint, where we bring different creatives, you know, out there, from musicians, record producers, you know, anything you're doing creatively in the scene, and we can notice and see that you're really contributing. We'll bring you on the show, right, guys? So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and it's your first time, come on, guys, leave us a subscription, leave us a like, and also ring that notification bell, so whenever we share a new content, you'll be the first to know. Okay? All right, Mr. Akinyemi, you ready now?
Yeah, let's do this.
It's called the quick fire game segment. That means in 60 seconds, you're going to attempt to answer as many questions as possible. I think we have, 14 questions. So this is the only rule now. If there's any question that you are not very comfortable with, or maybe you can't find an immediate answer to, you can say pass. That's the only time that we can, you know, that we are going to move to the next question. You ready now?
Let's do this.
It's very simple. Omo, you're going to clear this one. Prince, you ready? Timekeeper, you ready now? And your time starts now. Would you rather sign a new artist or manage a music legend?
Sign a new artist.
Okay. What's more fun, courtroom drama or backstage at a concert?
Backstage concert.
Okay. Early morning meeting or late night studio session?
Early morning meetings.
Worst thing an artist can do in a contract negotiation?
Maybe sign against legal advice.
Okay. What's the one song that always hypes you up?
Burna Boy 23.
Okay. What's the strangest contract clause you've ever seen?
Signing an artist for life.
Okay. Who's the most famous person in your contact right now?
Pass.
Okay. What's your go-to pump-up song before a big meeting or a day in court?
I Gotta Make It to Heaven.
Okay.
By 50 Cent.
By 50 Cent. Okay. Coffee or tea while you're working late on the contract? Which is it?
Not really. I'm not a fan of either.
Okay. You're a what type person? Okay. Would you rather be a performer again for a day or win a major legal case?
I like to perform at the Super Bowls.
Oh, okay. That's huge. If you weren't a lawyer right now, what would you be doing?
I'll probably be singing. I'll be doing things like
You'll be doing music again.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure music genre?
Soul music.
Soul music. Ever had to sing in court to prove a point?
Nah.
Okay. In your estimation, who's the biggest musician right now in Nigeria?
Odogu. Burna Boy.
Amazing. Okay, without thinking there, Burna Boy. All right, interestingly, you're going to see how many questions that you've been able to have there on the screen, all right? But I'm very sure that you cleared that very well. Big ups to you.
Thank you. Any medal for that?
There's going to be a medal. Don't worry.
Cash
Just
prize.
wait. Cash prize until after the show. You go see how. All right, let's move on now. Let's talk about your engagement in the industry so far. Do you think the awareness of the legal part when it comes to the dealings in the entertainment industry, do you think musicians and creative have awareness enough yet, or do you think it's still something that we still need to create more awareness for creative?
Yeah, we still need to create more awareness.
Okay.
I believe there's a lot of information out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been an advocate for more than 12 years. I'm happy that a lot of musicians in the new generation are really paying attention to the business. Many of them have managers, many of them have lawyers. And if you have the knowledge of you just having those two people in your corner, I believe it already sets the tone for your career when you have people championing you.
Yeah.
And it helps.
Okay.
So I think the new generation is gonna have it better than their forebears.
The old
the ones that came before them.
Yeah. Interesting. What do you think about the rise of independent artists, especially in today's music? Because we have a lot of independent artists, that truly don't have maybe a particular umbrella that they are working under, but they are doing amazing as well. What do you think about
Yeah, I think signing to a label is not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
One can, appreciate the fact that there are more platforms to explore through the power of technology.
Yeah.
People are able to, do things for themselves.
Yeah.
They do not have to have a relationship with a record label. So it is to be encouraged. I do not think that the labels can actively take on all the talents.
Yeah.
Because, they even have talents on their roster that they are struggling to...
They are struggling to meet up with obligations.
To push, to market, to break. So there would always be people that are independent of the label system, that are, still making money, that are doing deals, that are, cashing out, building a fan base, milking the fan base, and still actively contributing to the culture.
Yeah.
So it is to be encouraged.
Yeah, it is. But now that we're talking of independent artists, and you've been one, at some point in your life, what do you think can be done better to further improve on, the well-being of these guys? Because like I tell you, you have too many creatives out there, like real people that are really, really creative. And all it takes is just for a little push, right? and they don't have. I see a lot of persons walk into the space, and truly, I don't have such capacity like to deal with them. But I really, really know that these guys, they just need a minimal effort to like push them, and they'll be out there. What do you think can be done differently to like help up and coming creatives, especially musicians?
Yeah, I think those creatives will need to help themselves.
Okay, how?
Before they can attract.
Before they say, Baba, how?
Trust me, man. Like, I get a lot of DMs.
Yeah.
Oh, please sign me. I help my life. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And then I look at the DMs, and then I look at the profile, and I'll be like, how? You can't attract opportunities in music if you're not making progress on your own.
True that.
So the best way to attract help is to help yourself to be noticed.
Yeah.
Is to help yourself to the point where you're already manifesting greatness, or people can see the potentials of what you are capable of, and then other people can join in.
Yeah.
Because, it's just like if you are valuable, you would attract more valuable people.
True.
And there'll be more opportunities to scale anything you're doing.
True.
If by yourself, you're able to get your music to the marketplace, by yourself, you can show that, hey, every month I get 10,000 streams on Spotify. Or every month I get 100,000 streams on AudioMac, or 50,000 streams on Boomplay. And you pitch it to anybody. They'll give you the time of the day and they'll be like, oh,
yeah, let's see what you can do.
Is this thing for real?
Yeah.
Without any kind of support, you're already generating things like this. Because even there are people on labels that are not able to
meet up with that. Yeah.
So if as an independent artist you have things going on, it's gonna like get people walking through your door, knocking on your door, banging on your door that, hey, we have to be a part of what you're doing.
Yeah, true.
So I think that's the mindset.
Look, I buy what you're saying, which is, of course, my ideology, first of all. But what we are saying, let's say we have these musicians that are truly... Look, and you're talking of streams right now. These things are like so monetized these days. I'm sure you're aware, of course. But they're like musicians that you mentioned looking at their page. They really have it going on. And truly, in fairness, what do you think? It could be from the government's perspective, from any angle. Because really... there's no man that's really an island. To be an independent artist, look, it's really hard. You talked of being, like a famous superstar, how hard it is. I can tell you it's like 1,000,000 times hard for you to be an independent artist, because I've been there as well, way back in the days. So what do you think could be done?
By the government?
It could be from the government. It could be maybe from something you think can be done, just to further just cushion the effect of...
So there are different ways to look at it. Of course, there are many initiatives that could be like a launch pad for independent artists. There are many countries that have grants in place.
Exactly that.
To assist. And one could look at it from that angle. There are many TV reality shows also that could be a launch pad for artists.
Yeah.
I'm also happy to have a platform where there's a songwriting competition we usually do.
I saw that, which we're going to actually mention it briefly. But if you mention...
And there are many initiatives like that that independent artists could just try to leverage.
Yeah.
There are many online challenges. See, what we need sometimes as recording artists is just the opportunity to be heard and seen.
True.
Put us on stages where we can perform. There used to be a place called Bogobiri where, the old upcoming artists then used to go perform. That was like a very supportive, creative community. We need platforms like that. We already have platforms like Indie Night Lagos. Many initiatives that spotlight. Industry Night, I'm not sure they are still running.
They do. It's just like they're like more like a background event now.
So there are many initiatives like that platforms are given to people to come and showcase what they can do. And then from those platforms, people can get management opportunities. People can get record deals. Like myself, from the competition that we hosted last year, Ayomaf was discovered on that platform, and he got his record deal. The person that worked with him found him on our songwriting contest.
Wow.
So, those are things that I think
So more of those kind of
independent
platforms.
artists can leverage, yes.
Yeah, true. Let's talk about the 360 deals in the Nigerian music space, because it's something that sometimes could act as a trap, for so many creatives. But to some that truly don't understand the details, it could actually be something that they're very excited about. What do you think about the 360 deals?
The 360 deals were introduced when there was a collapse of the recording business.
Okay.
When piracy was there, digital piracy made the record business tumble. And then the reaction of the record labels was that, okay, if we're signing you, if we're investing in your craft, in your artistry, we want to be able to participate in the profits because we're the one, it's our investment that's going to make you a star.
Yeah.
Some of the people we admire today, Kanye West, Rihanna, and many other superstars like that, signed those types of deals. And they signed those 360 deals at that point because they did not have any leverage per se.
Yeah.
So if you're a Nigerian talent now, to escape a 360 deal, you must have leverage.
True.
And leverage is that, okay, on my own, I've been able to build a name for myself. I'm already doing shows. I'm already recording and releasing music. And I'm already like the guy.
Yeah.
And now I can dictate to whoever the label is that, hey, you can't do a 360 deal with me. I just want to keep it strictly on
you
the
have your
record
own
side of the
terms,
business. Yes. My endorsement is for me. My publishing is for me. The ability to book shows is for me. The ability to manage my talent is for me. You just handle the record side because you're a recording company.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not everybody can, make that type of deal.
To make it happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it, because the 360 deal for me, is more like they're owning almost everything about you, but in most cases, it's actually a good platform for most musicians to stand on.
The biggest label in Nigeria operates that type of system.
So it's completely
And
not wrong.
the reason why they do that is because of the risk associated with
Okay.
breaking an artist, developing an artist.
Yeah. In so much investment.
Exactly. Usually you want to sign an artist when they are still very impressionable, when they would listen to you.
Exactly.
You want to sign them
When they are hungry,
when they're under 25 years old.
Definitely.
If you're signing anyone that is over 25,
Yeah.
usually they're going to be like already set in their ways, or they're already traumatized from the music industry, or they've already come into their own, they're not malleable.
We're almost at the end of the show, and but before we let you go, can you talk to us about your upcoming event? We saw Secure in the back. Right?
Yeah. So
and maybe any other upcoming event that you think creative out there should actually jump on it. And
thank you for this golden opportunity.
yeah, let's do it.
So this Saturday we have I've been championing the rights of producers for maybe like 12 years.
Okay.
12 years ago, a lot of producers were getting the shorter end of the stick, and many of them were not getting their publishing interests properly taken care of. Many of them were not getting master rights. Many of them were not getting paid producer fees. Myself and many of my colleagues were at the forefront of, ushering a new change.
Yeah.
But sadly, not everybody is abreast with this information that as a record producer, you can really, really be at the driver's seat
True.
of a career, and you can build a valuable catalog. So we're going to be teaching actionable steps of what you can do to slowly build yourself up as a record producer that has a valuable catalog and who is not at the mercy of anybody. To make money.
Okay.
So I'm inviting, if you're watching this, make sure you join us. If you are not seeing this in good time to be able to afford it to be there, there's going to be a recording.
Okay.
So you're still going to be able to catch up.
Okay.
So thank you for allowing me to share this.
Look, it's what we're known on the show, to like spotlight on what can be beneficial to creative out there. So anything that is of benefit, we definitely will bring it here on the show and let people know about it.
Thank you.
So finally, before we let you go, what's one piece of advice you you should give to creatives out there? You know, it could be legal, it could be something you've seen in the industry, you know, with your years of experience in the grind. What would be that piece of advice?
Yeah, so my advice is going to be like covering like 3 major things.
Okay.
Number 1, get knowledge. Know your business as much as possible.
Very important.
Number 2, chase progress. I think progress is the sexiest thing. When you are progressing, people can see it.
It attracts all manner of...
Yeah. And then they want to be a part of a journey.
True.
Number 3, when you are progressing to scale, you will need other people to be a part of your journey.
Yeah.
And it helps that you understand that team effort, it takes team work to win championships, to even survive the politics in the music industry, to advance beyond adversity.
Yeah.
You need strong people in your team to, you know, do it. And also, I believe you should also get role models, people that have already done what you're trying to do.
True.
If you're a recording artist, try to get closer to a recording artist that has already accomplished all the things you're struggling to accomplish. It helps you with the clarity of mind so that you know that your journey is also possible.
Mentorship.
So those are the things that I can remember. And also, there's no substitute to the grind. The grind almost never stops.
Interesting.
But, you know, those are the things that come to mind at this time.
It's really valuable. I'm very, very sure creative out there, you do appreciate, and we do appreciate. So thank you so much for coming and speaking to us on the show, right? It's
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. So it's been interesting and amazing speaking with Africa's finest music lawyer, Mr. Akinyemi Ayinoluwa. He's been in the building, you know. He's been dropping some wonderful insights, you know, that I truly know and I believe that, you know, will be beneficial to you as a creative there, as a record producer, musician in particular. So you want to see what he does in the industry, kindly follow him on his socials. If you specifically need his services, do reach out to him and we will recommend Mr. Akinyemi Ayinoluwa here. All right, guys. So if you also haven't subscribed to this channel yet and it's your first time of joining us, kindly do so. Subscribe to this channel.
Please subscribe.
Come on, guys. Leave us a like and ring that notification bell so whenever we share new content, you'll be the first to know. Okay, guys. It's been amazing presenting your main man here, Jay Danny, signing out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.